Hello, everybody, and welcome back for another episode of TFT Study Hall with your host from TFTAcademy. My name is Frodan.
And I'm Dishsoap.
And we're back for 15.6. This is starting to get to close to the end, Dishsoap. We are one patch away from regionals, 2 patches away from the World Championships, and 2.5 patches away from set 16. So I know that this patch isn't the one that you're playing on, but I know you got some games on it. And we should talk a little about it because it's preparing the way before the regionals patch. But I want to check in with how things have been on your end. So what's been up with you lately?
I mean, some games is definitely a way to put it. I streamed on the patch launch, and I mean, I actually think I did good on that day. But like, I don't know. I was just playing some bullshit. But today I like loaded up for a nice chunky like 8-hour 5.x. So
just ran it down, having fun. You know, I think this patch, it still has yet to develop, but I would say that this patch, and we'll talk a little about it. There is like a solo comp and S tier, but it feels like the best patch of the set to me so far. And so I think things are trending upwards. We'll see how it ends up.
That is embarrassing.
What's that?
I mean, I don't necessarily disagree that it's the best patch, but that's actually just embarrassing. Like,
you already have some grievances about the patch.
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like it's playing like default 4-cross is pretty miserable, especially if you make AD. Like, it's like obviously you want to play Jinx, but I don't know. I feel like Jinx is like still kind of locked behind like getting like upgrades, and then also it's like usually the best AD opener is not the Star Guardian stuff. You want to like, especially if you're like making the Shojin, so you like want to play like some other opener, and then you're like holding like the Nico and like the Reroll on your bench, and it just doesn't feel that good. So
yeah. Right now it's very clear that we are in a reroll dominant meta. In a lot of your lobbies, you should be playing somewhere between 70-80% of the games of reroll. I look very regularly, and you know, if I'm playing a tempo line, I find myself sometimes the only person that's not rerolling in the lobby because just the way the dynamics are playing out. So for some people, it's kind of a hard patch to climb because they're like not entirely sure. But for others, if you enjoy that kind of reroll dynamic, well, I think you're going to really enjoy this patch. There are a lot of comps that you can play, I think, but we can talk a little bit about it and jump into our meta tier list to figure out what exactly is on top. But before we do that, let's talk a little bit about the 15.6 patch notes. In your mind, who are the big winners and the big losers of the patch, Dishsoap?
I mean, biggest winner has to be Janna. She got like they nerfed veteran, sure, but like the rise and the I think Udyr buff like fully compensated it. Like it was a very, very small veteran nerf. And then compared to like Star Guardian, who got like both their best power-ups kneecapped, plus like Star Guardian's still playable, but Star Guardian got like a giga nerf. And then like Janna just got nothing. So Janna's like the clear winner. I don't know. I feel like Janna legit got like a maybe a 1 to 2% like overall comp power nerf. And like Star Guardian probably got like a 20%.
Yeah, and it's addition to subtraction as well, right? Which is if some of the best things get nerfed and she barely gets nerfed, then she comes out much farther ahead.
Yeah, and then like even a Akali got a bigger nerf than Janna. They also nerfed they didn't really nerf it, but they changed Lulu so that you can actually contest it now. So there's like no more free Kog'Maw 3s, which is like a huge deal. Just like makes the tempo on the comp like a lot slower. Usually, unless you're uncontested, which like I guess then it's the same. But I feel like a lot of the strength of Kog'Maw is just being able to play it 3-way contested and still hit. I have like yeah. I never confirmed this. It probably isn't true, but like genuinely to me, it actually felt easier to hit when you were contested on Kog'Maw. On like when it was tailored versus uncontested. Like when I was like contested on Kog'Maw, I actually felt like it was way easier to hit than just being full open.
That's strange. Why is that? Just a vibe thing? Is that what you're saying?
No, it's legit just a vibes thing, but like there's been a whole series of issues with everything around that.
Monster Trainer has so many conspiracy theories. We didn't even really talk too much about them, but like allegedly one of them was that each of them had their own separate pools, right? There was 18 Smolders, 18 Kog'Maws, and 18 Rammus. So what people thought was the case was that you would put a unit in, roll, and that would take from its pool. So people thought that if you put Kog'Maw, let's say you rolled for 3 Kog'Maws, you're supposed to toggle the Smolder because there were 18 Smolders left, and you could roll. Once you find 3 smolders, you could toggle the Rammus and roll from one of the 18 Rammuses. That turned out to not be true, I think, based off of what was.
Yeah, no, there was legit just 54 Lulus in the pool, no matter what.
Yeah,
or there wasn't 54. There was actually only 18 Lulus, but there was 54 monsters. So like, you actually needed to transform into something. But yeah, it was. But the thing is, there's 18 Lulus, but the thing is, the Lulus still took out of the monster pool. Like, I don't know what the fuck was going on.
It's
like,
probably one of the buggiest unit interactions I think we've seen, especially with itself, right? It's pretty crazy.
And then I see people like posting on Twitter about like the new cog bugs, and all the messages in chat are like getting mad at them for toggling, and toggling didn't even do anything. Like, we were just doing it for fun.
People are like, bug abuser, oh my god. It's like, it didn't even do anything, guys. It was just purely placebo.
Yeah, there's just 54. There's just 54 monsters. Very cool.
And now there's 22. So
yeah,
that's a massive decrease. So it does feel like you can't be playing Kog'Maw nearly as often. However, the top ends of it are still pretty good. And of course, if you have a spot to play some reroll, you should probably just play some reroll. That's kind of where we're at. Where do you feel like some of the augments landed as well, right? Things like Protagonist got nerfed. We also had, hold on, how do I get out of this thing? Protagonist got nerfed. We also have aura farming nerf, things like that. Do you feel like the impacts of those things?
I mean, Protagonist is like, I don't know, is Protagonist even clickable? But like, I mean, maybe. I feel like the tempo losses.
People clicked it in tournament this past weekend, and I did see one person win with it, but it did feel significantly worse. Like, you don't have the 3-star in stage 2 unless you're super high rolling out, and then that kind of messes with your tempo of how you're win streaking, and that kind of defeats the whole reason why Protagonist was super good in the first place.
Yeah, like losing 3 turns of tempo is like so big. It's so big, and then it also delays the 4-star. So like most of the time your cap's gonna be lower. I don't know if that is like maybe it's like a Anvil portal only kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah,
I mean, deserve nerf. That augment was just kind of brain dead. So
fair enough. Talk to me a little bit about some of these new power-ups that that a lot of people are trying out right now. We have 2x contenders. I mean, I can tell you
that one is.
This one is super trash. I actually hit.
Yeah, it's very bad.
Everything. I actually hit everything, man. I hit Isekai. I had a good Isekai. I had a Vi Hero augment, 3-star Vi Hero augment, itemized, and then she printed items. She printed everything. I played this, and I was like, "This is it, man. This is the setup." And it was just like the most guaranteed 6 of all time. I just felt so disappointed by it.
Yeah, and then the really dumb thing about the set is that they're gonna buff this because it's a 5.5, and then if they buff this to where it's ever playable, it's going to be the most obnoxious thing to try to optimize because they have it at like a 5% like show up rate. So like
fruit popularity or the weight.
Yeah. Like if this, like, I hope they just make this trash, because if this is ever meta, it's just going to be obnoxious because you're gonna have to hold like a bunch of anti-synergistic units on your bench, and then like pray for a 5% fruit. You're probably gonna have to like full like. I mean, I'm just talking optimally. Like, I'm sure like Riot knows that like not everyone's going to do this, but like I'm going to try to do this where like you're gonna have to like try to filter out like the best fruit on like the highest percentage holder, which is just like super obnoxious. And then it's probably still only going to be like about as good as like a 7 or 8%. And then if you're like playing like not like I'm just imagining the horror stories. It's like veteran on like steroids.
Yeah, or Mech Pilot. Even still, like you still see some people like struggle with Mech Pilot. Even though the second part's guaranteed, getting the first one can be pretty tricky.
Yeah, like I don't know. I really dislike the approach to like make powerful fruits rare. Like I hope they keep this as like a meme.
Okay.
But
we'll see.
Yeah.
What about some of these other ones? 2x KO after 2 takedowns, stun enemy within 2x's for 2 seconds, gain damage and for the rest of combat. Attempt 37, corner carry. What do you think about some of these?
I thought 2x KO procced multiple times because the wording, like the chat was really mad at me, but like I swear this wording is worded like it can work multiple times. Like after 2 takedowns, it stuns. So that means like
every two?
Yeah, like that's what I thought, but it's only on the first 2. Like it doesn't say like I feel like it should say after first 2 takedowns or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like I took this when I got Build a Button of Fury. It seemed like kind of insane, but then it like wasn't. Like maybe you can take this on like a super juiced Darius. I think that's probably the only unit that can like secure takedowns fast enough.
Yeah, that was the only time I've ever seen it do well. Funny enough, the theory craft is that you can do 2x KO with 2x contender. You have 2x contender on one unit. You have 2x KO on Darius. That's what people think. I am not convinced, but hey, I mean, don't let me stop you from cooking. This attempt 37 for Echo, I've seen people do it twice, and both of them end up going bot forward. This doesn't feel very real to me. I think it's just in general because Echo is more for just like what his ability can do in his free trait, right? It's like a combination of that, as opposed to putting items and fruits on him, because the opportunity cost seems pretty high. So I haven't seen a lot of success with the 1037.
Echo 2 is like kind of tuned, like Echo 2 is tuned as like a 2-star 4 cost. Like that's how you have to think about him, not a 2-star 5 cost, even though he's yellow. But and the thing is, like he's like that type of 4 cost like actually like scales pretty badly in the late game because he like he hits like a set amount of targets, and then like if he hits like I don't know what his spell says, it's like hit like 5 or 6 targets or whatever, and then that's like broken as hell when there's like 6 or 7 enemies, and you can like kill one unit and then focus fire, but it's not that good when there's like 9 enemies.
Yeah, there's mech, there's a Zyra plant, there's just like a bunch of different things that can get in the way.
Yeah, so I think Echo, like you just want it for the trait, and he's like okay secondary damage, and then sometimes the stun can be good. But
okay. Corner carry, gain 30% attack speed at 75 and 25% dash to save this position. You gain infinite range. I have tried this twice. I tried it once on Jinx, and one that actually I was surprised because it wasn't listed here, but the Shen Hero augment. Oh. And chat made fun of me a lot because one time what happened was I was going up against mech, and my Shen dashed from the bottom right to the top left. And in the process of doing that, the Yone 2 with his like dash aggroed on. So he actually followed my Shen all the way from map one corner to the end of the other corner. So they made fun of me for it being really bad. But it seems like there's some potential there. It felt like the evasion is actually pretty good in a couple of fights. I can't tell though, because there's very seldom opportunities to try this.
I really want to try this with Fishbones Kaisa, because like this basically reverts the Fishbones nerf after you proc it. So you just solo frontline your Kaisa.
Okay.
And then it like procs corner carry, and then you have pre-nerf. It's better than pre-nerf Fishbones because the Fishbones gives like 50-80 now. 50-80 in attack speed.
Yeah. So basically you get that range, and then you just get all these big stats. Yeah, maybe there's something there with Reroll. I like that. What about Denting Blows Vi? Shield now instead of heals, but increased by 25%. Strike 4 times. It's her ult from 2xko.
I mean, who is fruiting a like default Vi?
I have one tech for you. This is really good with Unending Despair. It actually kind of cooks a little bit. So
nope. I can see it. I mean, the problem is it's like what comp what's
Kabuko, like basically. I think like a best defense Kabuko, and I guess where you could put him on Poppy if you want to go best defense on Poppy as well. In the guarding line.
Oh, like just as like an item holder. I mean, sure.
Yeah. If you could play Denting Blows Vi, and then. I mean, I think that's the only way. Another person. So what we saw this weekend in the tournament for the Tacticians Cup was someone got worth the wait Vi 2, and then worth the wait Vi, and so they went for Vi 3, and then they got doubled down. They got Denting Blows with Unending Despair, and they played that into a 5 crystal game, and they had Vi as the main frontliner with 5 crystal, and they played Ahri. So I think. I
mean that actually sounds like insane. Like, but now you're gonna tell me they went like 4th.
No, they did well. They did well in the game.
Okay.
So
I mean that does sound insane.
Yeah.
It's just like
you're in a position to click worth the wait too, man.
I mean, I actually do not think I've clicked that a single time.
Even in a reroll meta.
Yeah.
Okay. Double Down. I actually haven't seen this one yet. Gain 18% damage jam when this unit's cast. Your other powered units gains 20% of mana spent. So you kind of have to like tie this to whoever you want to
like. There's some like for fun, like Tiercraft things you can do with this. It's like, oh, you can mana Zane your Ahri, and then your like whatever unit pops off. But then you realize that you're playing a no fruit frontline, and like you're playing a fruit that needs like 2 itemized backline units to be effective, and then probably like at least 3 itemized frontline, and you probably need multiple frontliners because your frontline has no fruit. Like it just doesn't like it just sounds fun in like Disneyland, but like in the actual like TFT universe with like normal setup, it's like it's probably not like, and even in like the insane universe is like Manazane already giving like a bit of extra mana to whoever like even that good.
Fair enough. I feel the same thing about Fury Break as well. It's sort of like waiting for one of your units to die to get the fruit online. So it feels like I haven't been ever satisfied picking this so far.
Oh yeah, it does not look very good.
Yeah, you have to have one of your other units die to get this giant attack speed. It might theoretically work in a hyper carry scenario, but I don't see it. But we gotta talk about the big...
it like decays over 4, so it's like I feel like you're not even getting that much.
Yeah, fair enough. It decays way too fast. Maybe they extend that window as well. We have to talk about the big kahuna, though. Noxus Trap. This is the one that everyone says is so broken. Damage you deal, burns, wounds, shreds, and sunders for 4 seconds. That you can get it on a handful of champions. Talking about Noxus Trap.
I don't really know why they added this. It's like it just broke it. Like I mean, I don't really know what you want me to like say more than that. I mean, I guess it like brought Mal's back into the meta, but you know what? This is not the most common fruit. You have to jump through a decent amount of hoops to get this, unless you're really lucky. So, like basically every single one of these units that it's offered on, besides like Janika's veteran exists. Like this is the only fruit you want of them, and yeah, it's just like a rare fruit for fun. Like very good.
But it's insane. Okay. If you get it, it's +2 items.
I just hate this design philosophy. I'm not gonna lie. Like just make the best fruits rare. Like it just doesn't make any sense.
Well, not every best fruit is rare, but some of them are rare, and they are what enables comps, and they also would drive the meta, and that's what makes it really frustrating. Because if you miss on Noxus Trap, then you have to kind of build differently. But then the only alternative for Malzahar, if you're committed to it, I think most people think Mage is pretty good still, but that's also rare as well. So it's like it becomes really hard to hit either of them, and then you're kind of stuck with like the critical threat power font Malzahar, and you're like, yeah, I kind of just want to leave the game. So
yeah, and like people don't even bitch about it because it's like there's some fruits where it's like so rare to the point that people don't even know they're supposed to bitch. It's like the Mana Rush. Like that's just like easily Jarvan. Like yeah, Mana Rush, Jarvan, and Zyra are easily their best fruits, but they're just like I think they're like both like sub 10%, like or even more. Like they might be
like 5.
Yeah, they're like 5 or something percent. Like that's just rage bait, man. The it's the best fruit by far. It's the only fruit I want on those units, and you just can't get them because I don't know. I guess like we that's what we did.
Yeah, I don't even remember the last time I was able to get Mana Rush on Jarvan. It must have been like a month and a half ago. And because after I tried fruiting a few more times and other comps like Sorks and things like that, I just been burned too many times with like stuff that I just don't want. You know, body change. I guess it's the only thing you can try to go for. All right, quick tag on death spawn a unit the same roll, the same number of items. This unit is 1 cost lower. I actually haven't seen this personally. I've never even seen it in game before.
I'm pretty sure this must be like insane on Brom 2 exactly. The problem is like Brom 2 exactly.
Okay, yeah.
Like Brom 2 3 items. Because I think exactly. It's guaranteed to spawn a volley bear, I think. Because they're both attack fighters, and I don't think there's any other 4-cost attack fighter.
Okay. Fair enough.
And then like I've never seen this, might be wrong. I assume the volley bear spawns in with traits. And you're probably playing Luchador, at least if you have a Brom 2 3 items. So you spawn in a Volley 2 with Luchador. Like, I assume that's very good. The problem is, if it's like you're spawning a 1-star Volley, it's probably not that good. If you're spawning in like not 3 items, it's not that good. But like I feel like it should be very good on Brom 2 3 item.
Yeah, interesting because hold on a second. So there's this website that I've been using called Little Buddy Bot, which is basically of just like the wiki of hidden info, tables and things like that. And I just searched up Braum, and I don't see. Quick tag is it's a secondary. Okay, I was like, it's not on the primaries. It's just one of the rare ones if you can try to even find it. So yeah. Oh no. I mean, I guess you could. And Lake actually to make mine is even more complicated. Braum actually gains the fruits as time goes on. I'm supposed to lose them, so yeah, can probably be a little bit messy there. Okay, Rocket Grab. I think this one's actually kind of a little bit underrated. I've seen it actually pop off a couple of times, especially in situations where, let's say you're playing like a protector comp and you get like a lot of value off that shield. I've seen it do really well in like Nico 3, for example. So I think this one, I think people skip it all the time, but I feel like more people should be trying it personally because I felt like it got like pretty good value from the few times I've seen it.
Okay, I'm actually the opposite. Like when I read this effect, it looks broken. Like I thought this was like the most broken thing when I read it. But then when I actually played the game, I felt like the shield was so delayed. Like, it says like when your target dies, pull the next thing. It feels like that takes like 3 seconds to proc.
Oh, okay. So the
And like
actual like regaining the shield of pulling
yeah,
takes too
it feels so slow.
long.
And
Okay.
then like also sometimes it like seems like your target dies, but then like it's like your Kassandi's surrounded by 3 units and it's actually targeting the unit that didn't die, and then you don't get the shield. I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
Like I think maybe like if you like edge position this, like I actually got like completely screwed by someone putting this on Rakan like in catch. Like the Rakan just like yoinked my Jenna into the front line. But like
Okay. Interesting.
but the thing is I'm pretty sure that you can position around that like very easily, but it just I guess I just didn't
Okay.
because I wasn't
Fair
even aware
enough.
of it. But
Snacks time for Braum. This one actually I also think pretty highly of. I feel like it does a lot of damage from I put it on Braum one time. I've seen other people put it on Braum and it feels like it did a lot of damage. Have you seen Snacks time Braum?
oh no, like maybe I don't like there's this no, but he okay. There's this one fight where I was against a Braum 2 and it felt like my front line like died immediately, and then my chat was saying, "Bro, this new Braum Snacks time power up was broken." But the thing is, he didn't even have a power up on his Braum. So it's like,
Okay.
so it's like I don't know. Like my experience of this being broken is Twitch chat saying it is. So maybe it is.
I think that it does require you to itemize a little bit more AD heavy because a lot of people put like Steric's Gauge or sorry Protector's Vow and things like that on him. But I think Braum with Snacks time kind of makes him want to cast more often. So people are putting like kind of what they do on like Executioner in League, kind of like a Deathblade blue buff type of thing where he casts and he does a lot of AOE. So that's where I see the Snacks time really do like a lot of work. But
I mean, I fuck with the triple blue buff Braum.
the triple blue buff Braum. Okay. All right.
I mean, okay. I mean, I think I've actually done like double blue buff adaptive, but I don't know. I'm
Another one into double blue buff into Braum.
I mean, sometimes you just got some blue buffs, man.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, tier overflow. Okay, Stalking Dart for Ari. I played it once and I didn't even know if it's good. Like I just couldn't tell. So
I'm pretty sure that's not good.
Not good. Okay.
I mean, it doesn't. It reads as really bad, and then I took it. I didn't even know what was going on, so I just removed it immediately.
Yeah. Okay. Same. Well. Okay. I don't have a good read on it either. Super Mega for Jinx. I feel like it looks flashy when it hits. So, but like I'm not sure if I'm being noob tricked because the explosion is big.
Just take Gather Force. Like I'm pretty sure Gather Force is like there's no universe that this is better. This is ever better than Gather Force. Like the universe that this is better than Gather Force is like somehow you're like perfectly splitting damage on the enemy front line, and then like the extra range is what you need to like hit the thing. But then also like somehow the threshold for Gather Force wouldn't be enough to like one shot the units before that. It's like I feel like it's just not good.
Okay. What about Tentacle Smash? After 4 seconds, stun enemies with three hexes for 1 second. So a 3 hex AOE every 4 seconds. Or sorry,
sure
every
like
9 seconds after 4 seconds.
I don't know. Like maybe if you're in a 1v1 versus a full melee board, I don't even know what that even is. By the way, I don't know. Like this isn't even good against volley because he's gonna cast before this even happens, and he gets CC immunity on cast. Like I guess this is good for stunning Yone, like Yone and Mech, but like not really. Like I feel like you don't even like you'd just want something to like tank the mech ult or something. So I'm pretty sure this is just like terrible. Like just take Tankzilla. If your unit needs to survive 13 seconds to get 2 procs anyways, surely it can survive 15 seconds and you just Tankzilla the whole board and you get like the max HP, which this gives none of. So I feel like this is just a useless power up.
Yeah, I took it in the only time I ever took it was in a Mundo 3 situation because I didn't hit any of the other ones I wanted. And it felt like Mundo survived long enough to stun. Except the problem was my Jhin kept dying to everything else. It died to Malzahar, it died to Kali, it died to Katarina. So he would stun, but it'd just be like stunning for himself, and Mundo couldn't finish the job. So I too have felt like I was like, man, this sounds like it could be useful, but it's just not very practical.
I'm not gonna lie, this might be like the worst power up in the game.
The Tentacle Smash is the worst power up in the game. Wow. Okay.
I think I might be.
Big statement coming out from Dishsoap. What about Windwall? Last one here.
This one's kind of broken. This one's kind of broken. You need IE though.
% crit chance. Are you kidding me, man? That's a lot.
Yeah, it's more damage. It's like Yasuo's highest damage power up now. If you have IE, if you don't have IE, it's obviously not because most of his damage is from a spell. But if you have spell crit, pretty sure this is his new best power up. Just like the numbers, 60% crit's crazy, and then like the 15% DR is like really nice as well.
Yeah. from non-adjacent enemies, aka people that are hitting him from range. But if you walk up to range units, you'll take that damage.
Yeah, it's like the Zinda spell, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, that's our breakdown of the patch, and we went a little bit longer on the power-up fruits, but I feel like it's good discussion to go back and forth with that. Let's go ahead and hop into our meta analysis and talk about that tier list. All right, so the 15.6 tier list. I mean, this is something that we've alluded to a lot. Janna on top, Janna number 1. Not really too much to talk about. The one thing I would say about Janna that sticks out to me is that it feels like you can play a lot of spots into Janna, mainly because of how item versatile it is. Even though we have things like blue buff, we've seen people play like, Nashor's JG and have a lot of success with that. And then, of course, because you need things like swords for Kabuko, for Steris Gauge, it feels like you can just pretty much open up anything into it as long as you can justify getting to the Janna 2, Kabuko 2 on stage 3. And I feel like that's one of the defining strengths for me. It feels like very flexible with your openers.
Kabuko is so broken. Like, he is so broken.
He would be the thing you would want to nerf more than Janna itself.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think Janna's that good. It's just like this Kabuko unit like finally found a home to be rerolled in. Where he can actually like protect a backliner. Like I guess like the last time we saw him like rerolled with 4 Mentor was like in that GP comp. But I mean, GP is like a melee, so it's like kind of different. But even then, like the Kabuko was nuts in that line.
There's the Kaisa. There's a little bit of Kaisa as well.
Yeah, but the thing with Kaisa is like you have to lose so many slots to fit 4 Mentor, and you need to high roll the rise. Like this one, you like can delay the rise, and also the Janna the Janna like shields the Kabuko. It gets like even crazier.
It's true. And we've been seeing some Kiyun won the tournament for Titans Cup this past weekend, even playing fun variations of it. Like he was also going like triple Warmogs, Atomic Kabuko, and he was doing like 6k physical and then exploding for 5k. It's just like he just does so much damage whenever you stack him, even if you don't have like the best defense setup.
His damage is like way too high, and probably his CC as well, and probably his tankiness, and probably his mana.
Have you seen people play the tempo version of it? They literally play it like the old GP build. I like that you brought that up because if they know they're contested, like sometimes you're in that literal 3-way contested Janna lobby.
Yeah.
Some people just push levels and they play Rise 2, Janna 2, Kabuko 2, and they play for top 4 and they land there. They get like a solid third or something like that.
Yeah, I'm certain if you can actually make it to Rise 2, like that line has to be like insane. Or not insane, but like playable. Because like there's just so much like CC on the board, and it's like I don't know. It's like kind of better than playing Mentor Rise because like you're playing an extra like backliner, you're getting an extra strategist as opposed to like playing like Rise plus like a melee carry.
Yeah. One of the sort of inconvenient truths about the current meta and the stats, if you look at the stats of a lot of these compositions, if you go to any stats website and look at the tactics.tools, you look at like the state of some of the forecasts, and a lot of the forecasts look pretty good, right? It's like, oh, Rise is like a 4.06, or like Yumi is where's Yumi edge? Oh, it's a 4.26. These comps have to be good, right? Most of their stats are actually tied to their reroll comps. And so if you actually filter out things like the Janna out of like the rises, and you filter out the Katarinas, right? Another top-notch reroll comp out of the Explorer, you're going to see those stats of those forecasts drop. It does not feel like these forecasts are very reliable. But going back to the regional point that you made, this does feel like, the better way to play like Mentor Rise in like Janna. And it almost feels like the better way to play Yumi, which is in Cat right now. It feels like that's where you get more mileage out of it as sort of the duo carry for a lot of these reroll comps.
Yeah.
Have you seen, by the way, some interesting tech that happened? I'm going to open up this in the builder. This is something hot off the press. Have you seen the new positioning thing that people are doing with Katarina? They're actually putting Katarina in the front. And what they do is they use the range units to block Rakan, something like this. So the range units force Rakan to walk into a specific area, and then they play for unstoppable Rakan, something like this. Something like this. So that Rakan's forced to walk up like to the top right here.
I need to like see it more like done precisely. I did it like imprecisely. It seemed because like what I was doing is I was putting like the Katarina solo top left, solo top right. Like this was like my default positioning that I like was doing since last patch. But I had the Rakan with unstoppable like A3 or sorry C1.
Yeah,
I would have this, and this like works really really well unless they do like the old anti-sedge where they have like they put their like tank like 2 hexes from the side. and then the Rakan like dashes to the middle, and then the Katarina gets targeted. But
You're saying kind of like they position like this or something like that, right? Like the
yeah, like their tank is there, and then yeah. So what happens in this is that the Rakan will unstoppable like onto like their like I don't know like B5, and then it like unstoppables out of their
it would go to their D5. You said
B5.
oh B5. So it go like here.
Yeah, like it'll go somewhere there, which is like it means the Katarina gets targeted, as opposed to like going in like their B3 and then the Rakan like if the Rakan dashes to the B3, like you just win.
Okay.
Because
so the goal is to
like,
get Rakan here.
Yeah, and then it's like usually just like a turbo wrap.
Okay. And so you say this
which happens if
it got countered.
Yeah. So like this positioning counters that, but like I was like someone was doing this against me, and I'm like, okay, I'll try the middle dog shit, and I probably didn't do like the blocking right, but I don't even know if it counters this. Okay. Like if it doesn't counter like the anti-sedge, there's no point in doing it.
Got it.
But if it does, it's worth it.
Yeah. Well, the one selling point. So I've watched people do it in tournament, and I'm not gonna lie, it looked like it was actually sometimes even griefing them because what ended up happening was they would wall like this, right? Where like the category can't walk, or sorry, the Rakan can't go anywhere because if you don't know, Unstoppable forces you to go off your walk path. So because there's like the range units in front and Yumi blocking the right, he has to sort of like walk around, but he's zooming, right? So he zooms up here. But what ended up happening was the units on the top right here. So if we open up the enemy again, these units would walk up and meet like the Leona like here. Oops, sorry, where's Leona? So and the Leona is like the other person holding tank items, right? And so sometimes what ended up happening was it would actually troll their position because Leona got held, and all the units from the top right like shifted over to the left and just like focus fired the Katarina pretty quickly. And that happened like twice. And I was talking to some of the players who were like very insistent that this positioning was good. And they're like, no, it's a skill issue, man. You have to trust me. It's like there's definitely players who are messing it up. But I was really curious. It's definitely some like cutting edge tech. I don't feel comfortable enough to update the website with it because I feel like we might recommend some bad positioning this way. But
yeah,
this is definitely
I need to test this more myself. But
yeah,
I won the game as soon as I stopped doing this dog shit, and I just like I took Unstoppable off for something else, and I just won.
Oh, rocket grab. There you go. The one advantage I do like about this, though, I will say, just for a talking point, is that switching is easier, way easier. You just have to do this, and then you do this, and then essentially you get the same effect because when you have the traditional way we position it, it's like the side swapping can be like really tedious, and you might mess up, especially if you like misclick one unit. But the fact that it can be pretty fast is a nice little bonus there. All right, let's talk a little about anything else in the AT. Oh, we have to talk about the new Crystal Gambit reroll comp. This thing is taking ladder by storm right now because it originated in China, where you play 5 Crystal Gambit and you reroll for a 3-star frontliner and a 3-cost backliner. Right now, most people reroll Malzahar, although there is a variation that some people have tried. Basically, instead of Cassante Malzahar, you play Ahri and Nico, and Ahri links to both the Syndra and the Swain. But most people prefer Malzahar right now. And there's actually another variant of Malzahar that people are playing as well, like the Protector Strategist Malzahar, that once again plays the 3 most contested units: Jarvan, Cassante, and Ryze.
I mean, maybe would that be tier? I think I just copy pasted the tier from the other thing.
Okay. So this comp is also
it's probably okay. Honestly, if you hit the board, it's like actually insane. But yeah, you're not really hitting that board, unfortunately.
Okay. But like, talk to me about like the Crystal Gambit stuff from your experience.
Yeah, I've seen like a lot of like there's like 1 or 2 people playing it like every single game of mine. Sometimes it like went out easily because it just has the tendency to snowball. But I actually saw it go 8th a plethora of times. The one thing I think is like really crucial is I don't actually think it's a like you don't actually even like want a big cash out for this. It doesn't even like make that much sense. Like you actually get more value from just getting it in as early as getting 5 crystal in as early as possible, and just getting the kills. I think that's where I misplayed, where I was like, okay, I can go for like a 300, and then I went out. But then it would just be better for me to like not lose those 3 to go for the 300, go for like the 170 or 150 or whatever. Like just like maybe not even double down if you don't have the HP, and then just like roll on like if you have Emblem, for example, you can roll on 3-2 for like 5, and then it like gets crazy if you can snowball off of that. I think that's probably the best way to play it. And that's like I've seen it just succeed like if you can like snowball the resources.
Yep.
I don't think it's like a I don't think really think it's like a you hit and you win comp. It's like you just incrementally like get strong enough.
Yeah, and also sort of being aware of the lobby complexion as well, which is if you know that you're like going up against stronger people, and it's kind of an important time for you. I've seen people roll pretty aggressively on level 6, even just for the 3 cost, because upgrading things like, the Vi 2 and like finding the other things can be really, really crucial. And just to kind of double back what Dishsoap was saying, there's like a 2 duplicator loss cash out that you can go for. That's probably a lot better for your power, as opposed to like going for this like random artifact that you can get, for example, that's most likely going to screw you anyways. So, yeah.
Specifically, like Kim Baron was another like loose streak three cost line that existed in set 13.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit different because it's very different because you can actually see the Crystal Gambit cash outs. You can't actually see you could see the Kimbear cash outs. You can't see the Crystal cash outs. But like if you got offered a duplicator and a Smeech in that line, even if it was like the first tier of cash out, and you had a spot to play for a big one, you would just take it because that's just so much value. And I think like even if you missed the double duplicator, the 170 for reroll is like still insane. I think there's like another one that's like really good as well. 170. I mean, there's like Spat and Frying Pan, which is like pretty good if you're playing Crystal, for example. That's Crystal Spat. If you're playing Janna, like I specifically learned this for Janna. Like Strat Spat's insane, Executioner Spat's really good, so that's like the best cash out for those. And then it could just give you golden components, which is like fine, right? But sure. Yeah. So like I think 170 like per like it's the best cash out for how much you have to put in for it, I guess.
Yeah. I was just pulling it up real quick so that they could show it, but Dishsoap is referring to this 170 cash out with the 2 duplicators and the 3 costs, which, by the way, that 3 cost might be exactly what you're looking for, and then the Spat and the Pan, specifically at 170 is like the sweet spot.
Yeah, this is like the Janna dream.
Yeah. And you get that pretty often with 6 loss, as long as you kill like a couple of champions. If you kill like absolutely nothing, I think it's like 150. So just make sure you kill like, a couple of champions. If you don't, then you probably won't actually get to that. I have a quick question though. Some people actually, so when we were first building this out, it looked like people were rolling on 7. Now I see people like going to level 8 and rolling for it. And that's because I think they don't have the crystal emblem. So they like try to fit like Ash. But then that's like, how are you supposed to hit? Like, how are you supposed to go to 8 and like hit everything as well? So, are you rolling on 7 or are you going to 8 for this comp?
I assume you need to like roll on 7 for like 2-star 3 costs. And then maybe like if you don't have a lot of copies or you contest it, you go 8 because like Jarvan and Cassante are like kind of good.
Okay, so let's take a step back and just look holistically at the meta. When we were building this, you made the comment that it does look like on the surface there are a lot of comps that you could play, but if you like look deeper and kind of break it down piece by piece, like mech and all these different rerolls like crew and the 4 cost lines and some of the situational stuff like artifacts and whatnot, I think you made the passing comment before the show started saying that you feel like everything is just like in this one giant nebulous, like everything is mid. Like B and C actually feels pretty close. Even parts of A feels like it's not even that good.
Yeah, like I legitimately think like the entire A tier up to like Kaisa, like the entire like this whole clump is just a clump of mid. Which is like
even a Kaisa. I don't know. You're saying Kaisa is not a part of it.
Yeah, like Kaisa's the cutoff. Like she's so below. Like Kaisa, the D tier. Kaisa and Ash are below mid, and then everything else is like mid. The thing is like sometimes like the things that are higher up are like just like less mid more often.
Okay.
like the thing is like for example, like I think Crystal, there's so many opportunities to mess up. I think it's like probably one of the hardest comps to play. Yeah. So we don't have an A tier just because of that. Like at the highest skill, once people optimize it, I'm sure like it might even like it's probably even S tier. Honestly, like I see the vision.
Yeah,
if like
I
optimized enough
is a big factor there for sure.
But we'll just have it be in for now. Like Mouse is completely insane if you get 3 stars, like just like the Bruiser version. Even Samira is actually like really cracked if you have Emblem and you can play volley duo carry. It's actually insane. But the problem is it's like not good at all if you don't. So
yeah,
there's that. Jinx is like like needs 5 costs and you need to hit like the boat. Like you need a Jinx and Poppy 2 on 8 usually. Like early on 8
and fast on it. Yes, that's the big thing about 4 costs right now, and that's something that we're kind of talking about in our our main discussion coming up here in a few minutes, which is the fact that managing your tempo in this current meta environment is so crucial because if you're late on stage 4, you're going to take so much punishment from the reroll comps that even if you get to things like the Jinx 2 and Poppy 2, you're not going to beat things like Janet consistently. So you're going to be in a really rough spot. So you have to hit very, very fast.
Yeah. So yeah, I just consider like like everything just like everything below Jenna and above Kaisa just some nebulous mid tier.
I basically just think that everything is like in just hit territory. Like just
hit
your forecast, just hit your crew, just get like to KO and push levels, right?
Yeah, just hit your Yone on 8.
Just hit your Yone on 8. Just and like the level 9 is just like they're all just kind of like this like they're all fast 9. If you get to the 5 cost upgrades, they're great, obviously, but it just feels like just hit. So I think that's pretty fair to say. I will say one thing. The hero augments are the rerolls that I'm like a little bit down on. Like, especially, we talk about protagonists, but some of the stats on like Kennen and obviously Zach are a lot worse. So I do think that people like Shen a lot still. If you can get Shen, the only problem is if you're contested on Bastion. And I do know that like China loves Vi. They think Vi is like really, really good. So and people are not even necessarily playing Jin nearly much as more. They're playing like Smolder in the back now. So just something to think about.
Yeah, I like Vi with Trickster a lot. I think that
they sadly removed that from the game.
Oh, they did? Oh. I mean, that's good.
So you can't get Trickster anymore on it, but it was good when you can get that.
Also, I played a game of Nico. I'm pretty sure like I don't know, like it's probably like very bad if you can't get the 3-star, but we must change this build. Like I'm pretty sure this new Titans is like high key like insane on her.
Oh, okay.
It's
we haven't updated this in like a patch, so we can do that. Also, I saw someone play this with Crystal Gambit, the 5 Crystal Ari, right?
Yeah, I mean it fits, but I'm pretty sure that's a meme because like you really need your Nico to like stall and have a bunch of frontline. I'm sure if you just snowball enough, it doesn't really matter, but. Yeah. Like I'm pretty certain like you don't want to play Crystal on this board most of the time. Like you're just not gonna have enough like frontline.
Oh, but killing my dreams.
I played a game with Titans and Chrono Demacia. I'm pretty sure that shit was like insanely broken as hell. And then I was so far ahead. I was double downing on Sage 5. I went 5th because I died before I could catch out. But like I promise you, it was like the easiest game of my life. I had Titans, Chrono Demacia.
Okay.
Edge Knight.
Plus like Edge Knight. Okay. Yeah, because
but I'm pretty sure the Craftable Abyss is minus Archangel plus Titans. Like,
okay,
this Titan item is trash, but it's actually the perfect item for Nico.
Good.
This the Damage Amp Titans.
Damn. All right. Okay, so there you go. That is our meta analysis. Really big breakdown. Let's go ahead and jump into our pop quiz. All right, pop quiz. Dishsoap, how you feeling? Feeling pumped up? Ready?
Like I've done like no research on this, so let's go.
All right.
Like actually none. Like sometimes I say that, but I'm like just rage baiting. Like I legit know nothing.
Okay, no problem, man. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Question number 1: what is Seraphine's best artifact right now? Just straight up, they buff Seraphine a lot. They've also done some other interesting stuff with artifacts. What is Seraphine's best artifact to put on her right now? Probably just Seraphine artifact filter.
I know her gold, like they changed the golden edge cash out to be Flicker Blade, and then people thought that was like bad. But the thing is, like Seraphine like actually scales insanely well off Flicker Blade, like insanely well, because she scales off like AD and attack speed and AP, which it gives like all of when she attacks. But I don't know if it's actually the best one because it's like the Golden Quest one, and like Loki that might lower the stats because like people fuck it up.
Yeah.
I mean, what like I don't know. Like snipers is kind of funny, I guess. I don't know if it's good. Like, I mean, I'm sure if you hit a snipers in the backline, you just win. But like, I don't know. Shiv is just kind of like always broken on like all these units, like for some reason. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's Shiv, but it probably shouldn't be Shiv just logically. I think logically it should be like snipers or Flicker Blades. But I'll get Shiv because this item like just is insane for fun. So
all right. Well, the answer is Infinity Force. Because Infinity Force just gives infinite.
That does make sense. Okay.
Wait,
I mean, I probably should have got that one.
Shiv is not a bad guess. If you look at it, Shiv was actually the second number 2 answer. So
It is what it is.
Yeah. All right. There you go. Okay. Not pretty close, but not good enough. Number 2, with the nerf to Radiant Gnashitude, it is no longer the best performing Radiant item in the game. What is it now? What is the number 1 Radiant item in the game now?
Blue buff. I mean, I'm just assuming it's blue buff because like the best like Radiant users probably is like Janna and Mal's, and I think their best Radiant's blue buff. Actually, the best Radiant for Mal's I checked earlier was actually Nashor's. So, but I think for Janna it must be blue buff.
You got the answer there. So it's number 2. Number 1 is.
I'm gonna guess blue buff just because of Janna. But
the answer is Radiant Hand of Justice, and it's largely carried by Katarina.
Yeah, I mean this item has been like broken for a long time. Like it's actually one of the ones that hasn't been nerfed. They've nerfed like the blue buff like a few times actually. I think they nerfed Radiant Blue twice.
They did. It was way too good.
And it's still like
50 AD, 50
no,
AP.
No. It was 60. It was 60.
60 AD, 60 AP.
It was 60. It was 60, and 10 mana regen, I believe.
Which is so ridiculous. Yeah. All right. Well, Radiant Justice, it's mainly carried by Katarina, and I think you're actually closer on the money if we took that out. Okay. Question number 3. This one's another simple one. We're back to artifacts. Who's the best holder of the new Fishbones? And we're going off of relative delta, because if you go by pure delta, it's just 5 costs, right? Because 5 costs are really.
The thing is, I don't actually know if this reflects in the actual Flicker Blade stats, but I played a game of Flicker GP and it like low-key passed the eye test. And like I checked on, like
I didn't talk about my sleeper comp for this patch, but I think GP reroll actually is a thing with artifacts.
Oh no! Like that game made me never want to play GP because I was in the best spot of all time. I just went 5th, but like it looked decent. The problem is there's just no good fruit for him. Like I even had weights, which I'm pretty sure like has to be one of his best ones, like post proc, like Edge Knight. Okay. I had Edge Knight, Fishbones, like Kraken. I don't know, like no stretch arm just kind of sucks. But like I'm pretty sure.
I'm curious now. I feel like we need to take a little bit of a side because I swore that I saw Gangplank was actually kind of nasty with Rapid Fire Cannon.
Oh yeah, Rapid's actually his best.
Yeah.
But, like Rapid has because Rapid is just stretchy arms.
Yeah, exactly. But I guess like it was okay. It probably was just low sample size because the beginning of the patch it was like a minus 0.7 or something like that. I'm like, oh my god, but it was probably just. I mean, I don't. 4 days later, so
no. It is a minus that much if you have GP3, but it's like not like an insane average.
Okay,
it's like still like a 3 point whatever.
Okay,
but yeah, I don't know. Okay, well, you look disappointed because it's not GP if you're like looking at the stats from right now. But I played. The thing is like on GP3, I looked earlier. It was like a minus like 0.56 or something, which is like I mean I don't know. I think a GP was actually good and he had like a good fruit. It would like fish buns would be good on him, but oh god. It's like relative delta though. I don't know. Is it just like volley for like stats? Like it gives a ton of stats. Like it must be some melee unit, right? Because I don't know. It might be Kaisa, but like I fucking doubt it. I doubt like the average player like knows to only take it with
corner carry.
With corner carry, they're probably taking other fruits and making the stats bad. I mean, in fact, I'm pretty sure I actually looked at this earlier and it was bad. Like when I was looking at the GP. So I'm going to guess Volley Bear, but I'm not very confident.
Yeah, this one's hard. I think this one I was like skeptical that you would be able to get it because I think this is one of the harder ones. But it's Caitlyn, and if you look at it,
I can see that.
Caitlyn does really well within the Caitlyn Jace composition. It's like very good.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, like Caitlyn, her ult is not like based on her target at all.
Yeah.
And she does most of her damage in her ult, so like the item is like mostly just like a stat stick on her. So I mean that makes sense for sure.
All right. Question number 4, and you actually kind of alluded to this earlier. Lee Sin, Seraphine, and Zyra all got their golden quests reworked. So let's filter for their items. I put Lee Sin 2, Seraphine 2, Zyra 2, and specifically with like what they got off their items, both the regular and the artifact.
Am I allowed to ask what Lee Sin and Zyra's items are?
I can. So Lee Sin is Death Defiance plus Titans. Seraphine is Jewel Gauntlet and Flicker Blades, and Zyra is now Shojin and Flicker Blades. There's two; both of them got Flicker Blades. So I think
it's Lee. I low-key spoiled myself because I checked the Seraphine artifacts like after you made that first question. Flicker Blade was not doing too hot. I think it was the worst by far. So I will be guessing Lee Sin and then Zyra and then Seraphine.
Oh man, he kind of spoiled it for himself. Okay, so
Oh, Zyra's better? Okay.
Zyra is
shit.
better. You are correct. Okay, so Lee Sin is a 3.8. Actually, let me just go ahead and
But Zyra is like very surprising to me.
yeah.
I mean, I guess you can see play in any comp, right?
Yeah, exactly. It was pretty good. 3.4 for the Zyra. And then for the Seraphine, it was like a 4.8, 4.8, which is really, really bad. So for a 2-star 5 cost.
Yeah, like Seraphine's like probably the most narrow 5 cost you can cash out,
Yeah.
which is like not very good when you're playing Golden Quests. Like you have to like pivot into entire like Prodigy or Star Guardian board. It's like kind of hard. So
it's okay. It's all good. And then the last one. Who are the best performing 3 costs? 3-star 1 cost in Raw VP. There's 2 of them and they're super close, but they're definitely noticeably above the others.
but they're like higher than, yeah, okay.
I'll accept either of them, or even you can get both of them right and get double points. How with that?
I doubt it's crew. The crew stats have like always been bad, like very bad. Like even when it's like reasonable. We're saying Kennen is like bad for protagonist nerfs, so it's probably not him. It's probably not the crews. I don't know. Like I'm pretty sure the Kale stats are not that good either. It's not Callista. Like Nario doesn't exist. Like I guess we can guess Lucian. I feel like that's pretty safe. And then Loki, you kind of give me a hint, like you might guess both, so they might be both in the same comp, so it might be like Aatrox, but like there's no way Aatrox is not very good. Although like maybe like Aatrox build a buddy just go fast 9. Oh fuck.
Mecha Blade.
I mean, I'm like pretty certain one of them is Lucian. Is the thing. It's not Aatrox though. Like I'm gonna say Aatrox, but I don't think the answer. But I don't know what the other ones are. Like I don't know what the other one is.
All right, we're gonna lock.
Okay, we'll go Lucian Aatrox. I don't think it's Aatrox though.
Lucian Aatrox. Well, the good news is Lucian is one of them. Nice job.
Yeah. The other one's like
the other one is
Syndra?
the Fury.
Oh.
The Fury 3 is really good. Although
Aatrox close enough, man. Like whatever.
Aatrox is pretty high up there. Pretty sure, but Neferi 3 also noticeably better, and then a bunch of other bad ones. It's definitely not crew, no matter what you say. So, okay, all right. So hope you guys learned a thing or two in this edition of the pop quiz. I thought the coolest one was that I'm gonna try Fishbones on Kate. That sounds pretty interesting. All right, our topic today, let's just break it down, and then we've alluded to it before. Actually, I have this image from our Discord that someone asked, and we can go into it a little bit, but I think generally speaking, people really struggle with the reroll meta Dishsoap. I think a lot of people don't understand how to actually approach it, and I thought this was interesting. This was posted just a couple days ago. Mir asked, I've been really struggling with this patch. If you can provide some feedback on play these lines in general, that would be very much appreciated. My current intuition is 2-cost reroll is I have to roll on 3-2 for 2 stars and be strong. And I should have items for 2-cost carry by stage speed for tempo. And then I try to hit 3 stars around 4-1 to 4-3, and I would roll below 50 at 60 copies and below 30 at 8 copies. With 3-cost reroll without artifact, often loses stage 3, and I rolled that on 4-1 for 2 stars and hit 3 stars around 5-1 to 5-3. But unlike 2-cost reroll, I normally roll below 50 at 7 copies and below 30 at 8 copies. Is this right? Do I have, what unit count would you recommend rolling down for 3 stars? How do you play this patch if you scout and see many god reroll odds and you don't have any obvious openers? So this person's just like, is this formula even right? And I figured like we can answer these questions but even just talk a little bit back and forth about some things that we do to help us adjust to a reroll meta. So let's start with the questions here. When people are approaching reroll like this, does this sound right to you? Just so when they're mapping things out like this?
I mean, it's probably close enough. Like the thing is, I'm not really like a numbers. Like I don't make these numbers rules for myself, so I don't really know how to like approach this because like I feel like I just do it off vibes, but like it's like vibes with like mostly intuition. I want to say like, I mean it sounds reasonable. I think you can like if you're like at 7 copies, I'm pretty sure you can go to 20 though, at least for 2 cost. I mean even for both, like I'm pretty sure if you're actually at 7 copies, you go to 20 like 100% of the time. Like even like if you're on the ropes, you can go to 10 as well, but like easily 20. I think like if you're 7 copies, like only going below 30 if you have 8 is like that's pretty. I feel like that's like pretty greedy. Like you're quite likely to hit like 2 copies in like 30 gold in my opinion. So I would maybe like like I guess if we were gonna do this as a formula, I would like drop this roll past 30 threshold down to like 20 gold. I'd say.
I'll just write that here real quick. So it'd be if you are at 8 copies, so in summary, if you're at 8 copies, be willing to drop more that or drop below 20 gold or even more, right? If you're like really if it's like really cool.
I mean for me, it's like if I have 7 copies, I'm just sending it.
Dish soap. If I have 7 copies, I'm just sending it, and this is this little quotation.
Like, okay, I'm sending. Okay, the thing is, I'm only sending it like if it's like at a time where you should be hitting like if it's like at a spike timing, like a 4-2 or like maybe a 4-1. Yeah, like mostly like a 4-2. Like if you're 7 copies, 30 gold on like 3-2 or 3-5, like hold the fucking line, man. You don't need these. You don't need these yet. Like the lobby's not strong enough.
Yeah,
but. Okay. Like 4-1, 4-2, when like the lobby is like you're actually like required to hit the 3-star to win the game, win the round. It's like you need to press go.
Yeah, that is going to be something that I piggyback off of as well, which is what's the context of the lobby, right? Like, are a lot of people getting really strong and you can't afford to greed, right? This whole like I would roll below 50 at 60 copies. Sometimes that's one of those things where yes, mathematically that might be the best way to optimize when you hit. But if you're in like let's say you're in like a triple prismatic lobby and people are going to level 9 and you're re-rolling and you know that this window is going to close, and even if you hit, let's take an easy situation. Let's say you're playing something like Mundo Jin, which is low cap, and you know that the other comps are going to beat you because that's the whole point. You're trying to be strong early and drop off in the top 4 and have a good early lead in the stage 3, stage 4. You have to be a little bit more aggressive. So. In general, I would say the number one thing that a lot of people who struggle in reroll metas is that they're not aggressive enough at times. Now this is when aggressive enough, it means is when you're willing to roll. I have some of the inverse problem. Dishsoap watched my VODs one time and told me that I'm a little bit too trigger happy with it. But that's largely because it was actually the opposite for me a couple sets ago. I think I was a little bit too greedy with reroll because I learned from like the other guys like Milk, for example, who would be like very, very greedy with rerolling. And so I was I guess I was overcorrecting in that sense. But in general, being more aggressive with the reroll to preserve life and roll, that's why you see like a lot of people in China and Asia Pacific who tend to focus on these kinds of metas take like those heroic grab bags and like try to make sure that they're aggressive and be strong so they can hit and preserve a lot of life. Because in this meta, when you hit is really important, almost as important as what comp you're playing. Because if you're playing like a worse reroll comp and you hit the same time as the other comps, you're just going to lose a lot of times on average because you're playing the same. You're basically playing a worse comp than these other people who are going for Katarina and Janna. So I would say, generally speaking, try to be a little bit more aggressive and don't feel like you have to be abiding by these rules from time to time.
And then it also like depends. Like if you have like a god setup, like obviously maybe you can greed some more, right? But it's like always going to be like a context thing.
Yeah.
But usually people like tend to not be aggressive enough, I'd say.
Let's go to this last part. How do you play this patch if you scout and see many god reroll lines and you don't have any obvious opener? I guess people are like, I feel like I can't play the reroll lines, and everyone else has like a really good reroll line. They have like the artifacts or whatever like that. So, well, what's the suggestion?
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I'm not probably the best to answer this question. I bought for it so many times today playing some tempo dog shit. So
all right, how about this? Don't play any tempo dog shit.
okay. So like the thing is, I didn't actually like apply this theory to this patch, but I believe one of the cups was like a similar. No, it was about to be a reroll meta, and then they B-patched it so that it wasn't. It was like I think it was like the first, maybe the first or the second. I forgot. I think it was the second cup where it was like kind of primed to be a reroll meta, and then like B-patched it like a week before, and then it wasn't. And then it was like low-key the Jinx meta, but like people didn't like figure out Gathering Force until the day of. But like when I thought it was gonna be real meta, I kind of like had the read that like I was legit never gonna take, like if I was tempoing, I wasn't even gonna take item augments. Like I was just gonna take econ augments only. In order to just hit my entire board on a 4-1 and 4-2, and then like if I'm just strong stage 4, then like even if my comp is like really bad, if I can just scam some rounds on stage 4, which is like kind of what comps like Akali do, But like you don't have to play Kali, you can play like Jinx or whatever. Like if you're gonna sit your entire board 4-1, 4-2, you're probably not below. You're not probably not placing below fifth, even if your comp is like kind of mid and your like spot is kind of mid.
Okay.
Like stage 4 is like stage 4 is like the placement deciding stage usually. I'd say.
Yeah.
So
Focus on a strong stage 4. I would
yeah,
say
like
that.
but very very specifically, like in order to have a strong stage 4, you really need econ. You can't like play for like this like combat augment, item augment snowball if you're not playing like an insane comp.
Yeah, fair enough. I would say that just also one dynamic that I think catches a lot of the players is that if you don't have an opener and you are losing, you absolutely cannot lose both stage 2 and stage 3, because then you're I mean, if you lose stage 2 and stage 3, you're just gonna die to all the reroll comps when they get online anyways in stage 4. So if you don't have an opener and you really don't see any, you see everyone else has the god reroll lines, it's gonna feel really bad, but chances are you might have to contest a reroll line that makes sense for you. But you just, like, you have an okay spot for it, and they have a god spot for it. You can't. You sometimes you might have to do that, and that's sort of what the reroll meta. I mean, theoretically, both of you can hit if you're playing like a 2 cost, but obviously that's not great. But I have seen people do that, and we even talked about it earlier this show. But there are ways that you can improvise, right? Like if you have Janna 2 and Kabuko 2, but you find yourself 3-wayed, you might be able to push levels and just get value off of Rise 2 and then find a way to play for placements. But not every game is going to be like an easy reroll into a top 4. Sometimes you're going to have to do some of the ugly stuff, like play a contested line.
Yeah, this like 5 loss into 4 class comp is the biggest like fake news of all time. Like your stage 2 streak doesn't even matter if your game plan is to like more than 8 loss into a 4 class comp if you don't have crystalline.
Agreed.
Like you just legit don't have a game plan. Like if you're losing stage 2 and there's like no possible way for you to win rounds, and you don't have a reroll spot, like your spot's like just really bad. But like the way you like minimize that is like ideally you like get strong enough to like get a 2 streak at the end of the stage. If that's not possible, like hold the best units on your bench and like try to be strong immediately stage 3. Like there's actually just like not really that much like if you don't have crystalline. Obviously, if you have a crystalline, like it's a bit different, but you have to find a way to be strong on stage 3 for sure.
Yeah, that's right. Plus, you never know, man. You could also be some of these players who rip Portable Forge on 4-2. And
yeah, bro, the worst is when they reforge their full artifact and like no, like
yeah, it's like Mogul's Mail +1 reforge and they just get everything.
Bro, someone ripped a Manazane reforge on Akali 2 into Zanya's and it like got hit like the Zanya's proc perfectly. He was at 1 HP and then he got like 2 placements off of that because he fought my ghost.
Oh,
like
man.
he was about to go 5th. I was getting my free humble 3rd, and then I just go 5th because he's on it. He reforged his Manazane into his no, never mind. Like I'm just tilting.
Yeah.
But
what I'm saying is they might look like they have the god openers, but you never know what might happen. There's a lot more game to play than on 2-1, even though it might not feel like that at times. Okay, let's go ahead and wrap this up with a couple of Patreon questions. Thanks for the question, Mir. Let's go into 5.0 AVP Gamer, who asked us a while back, but it's like a conversation that regularly pops up in our Discord. What do you think are the 2 best too much value lines right now at Dishsoap?
I mean, it's just good for like Janna and Cat. I think it's like slightly better for Janna because, like even if you play 4 Mentor, you can fit 4 2 costs at least for all the stage 3. You usually don't want to play more than 2 costs on like stage 4, starting stage 4. But like you can play if you have veteran on Janna, like Janna, Kabuko, Rakan, and then literally anything else. Like I guess like edgelord for Shet or like edgelord for the guy or like a Juggernaut or something. Doesn't really matter. But then you just play those units plus like 3 other mentors, and then that's just your board. Like yeah, it's not going to be as strong as like Aatrox plus a dude, like Aatrox plus like Ziggs or whatever, or like a 4 cost that you high roll. But I don't know. It's just like really good. You get ideally you're getting like 10. You're getting 20 rerolls doing that. And then like even after you pivot out into like the normal board on 4-1, you're getting like trade sector every turn. So it's just straight up better. Like it's just like double trade sector until 4-1, and then you have trade sector. So it's just like broken in Janna. The cat board, it's like kind of hard because like you actually get like a meaningfully weaker dropping down to 5 or dropping down to 3 BA on stage 3. But you can do like Cat, Rakan, Garen, Xin Zhao, Callista Janna, which is 3/3. That's 6. Yeah, 3/3. Sorry, that's 3 BA, 2 Protector, 2 Exec, 2 Bastion, 2 Soul Fighter, which is like reasonable. So
Okay, that's good. And if you find those contested, you can play some of the really mid reroll lines like Jin Mundo, because you have Vi Mundo Jin +1, and then
yeah, like a Kabuko with a
Zaya
drop
Shen.
Zach.
Yeah, Zaya reroll. But I think Zaya reroll is kind of on its way out. But I have to be able to just play it just because they're taking their 5th place, and they just know it's an uncontested line.
I mean, I feel like Uncas' Zyra is like not like that unreasonable.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's not unreasonable. I think it's a 2-cost line to play.
Yeah. I guess it's like no Tiny Team anymore. Like that's usually when you would play it.
Yeah, no Tiny Team. The only time I've seen people succeed
it,
is if they get off like Exalted Adventure, and so they just like play something like that, because there's a lot of 2-cost bastions.
I don't know. I'm like I like just clicking his old adventure like 90% of the time because it's like fun. Like some of these combinations are like, what the fuck do you even do?
What I've seen work in the tournament was if they got any 2-cost related to the S tier stuff, like Janna, like they would just play Janna plus whatever.
Yeah, and then just make the thing on your bench.
Make it and just sell it. So it is what it is. And then because it's such a good comp, you just blow everything else out.
I was definitely doing some cooking like in some of my games, but
yeah, like what, like Kaisa protectors or something.
I literally forgot what I think it was like Xin Jin Kaisa or something.
Holy.
And and then somehow I played Ziggs 3 backline with Xin frontline. I don't really know how I got there, but that's what I did.
Those are fun games for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I actually won that game, but
oh nice. There you go. Okay, last question for today, and then we'll end on this. Empress of Tomorrow says, I'm a low emerald, high plat player each set, and I noticed that my execution area is always the lowest. And they're talking about like the profile of Tactics.tools. I assume other hardstock players are in the similar boat. How and what do I need to do to fix this part of my game?
That usually just means that your board is like insane. Like it just means your board like should place better than like the placements you got. With your board, and that usually just means you're like not managing your HP. Like it usually means you're like loose streaking too much to like get to the good boards, or you're like messing up positioning. But usually it's just like you're loose streaking too much, and like you like lose placements off of that. But it just means you're not getting off of like you're making good boards, but you're not getting enough placements off those boards, which means you probably should like focus more in the early game.
Yeah, and it also could meaning that the spot that you are playing those comps from maybe not even be as good as you think they are, because you end up having like a bad start. Like maybe you're not even necessarily executing wrong, but like choosing to play a reroll line, you don't have a good spot for it, and so naturally you're going to do like a lot worse than picking a good spot from it. So just try to improve your line recognition if that is the case, and that's something that's kind of hard. We've done a couple episodes talking about line recognition. But I would just say that it's something that you're going to always continue to improve at the more you play and the more you watch, the more you study. Okay. All right. And just like that, another banger episode in the books, Dishsoap. So I guess scripts are starting pretty soon for you, right? In a couple days, I think.
Hope so. I mean, I don't even know when I was just told that the PV might come out like Tuesday/Wednesday.
Well, they're doing the patch like today and tomorrow because they don't know what they were basically waiting for the data for the patch to come in before they made decisions. But
the problem is we won't even know what they actually change. Like the PB data mine can get like 80% of it, but then the 20% of it doesn't show, which is like hero augment stuff, which is like some power up stuff
being tailored.
Yeah, like there's just like bound to be like interactions that are missed, which is like kind of annoying, but like it is what it is, I guess. So
yeah, fair enough. Well, either way, I guess we're gonna do one more episode then before regionals, so I guess we'll catch you guys then. In the meantime, if you guys either are watching this or listening to it, please like and subscribe or give us some kind of rating, preferably the highest one. But hey, man, if you give it 4 out of 5 stars, at least tell us why. That really helps us go for a long way. And we do appreciate everyone.
4.5 out of 5.
5 for 5. Yeah, 5 for 5. And we do appreciate everyone hanging out with us. And hey, the set's almost over. Set 16's in like a month. So before you know it, in a couple weeks from now, we have regionals.
Please save me.
And then a couple weeks after that, we have worlds. where Dishsoap will win his 3rd crown, and then we'll go right into
Bro,
16.
it's fine. Like the thing is, like Loki, you could like not make this Worlds. Like the thing is, like the set comes out right after Worlds, so anyone that makes Worlds cannot compete at Paris, unfortunately. Basically, because they're just gonna have the entire PB off. So Heike, if you miss Worlds, it's just you're just prepping for Paris already.
You're prepping for Paris that way.
Yeah.
Okay. So Dishsoap says if he misses on Worlds, it's because he's gonna win Paris. Boom.
Yeah, perhaps.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Yeah, see ya.